Ooh, I see Lermgard over there. That's a pleasant surprise. No Jay-Z though. Man's busy. And I guess
I think Lerm said he was coming. I was talking to Lerm earlier,
yeah.
but he might be a little bit late.
Well, he's
So.
in the lobby right now, saying Jay-Z isn't.
No,
But
that's what I'm saying. I was talking to Lerm, and Lerm was saying Jay Z was going to be
oh,
late.
okay, gotcha. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. So
misunderstood.
maybe he'll turn up like in the later drops.
That would be a pleasant surprise. Maybe in time for stalkers.
Yeah. Hopefully, make it a bit more competitive to see.
So my understanding of the standings is that if Vile wins this match, that they will get second place. Um,
Yes, I
Drops
believe
do
so.
not matter for either these teams' placement.
Correct. Yeah, it's just whether they win or lose.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, well, I suppose no, not really, because if 228 wins, then the drops do matter.
If 228 wins, I still don't think it matters because they would be tied with. They'd have to win all five drops, and even then, I think it would still be head to head, and they lost both. No, they beat 5J. So actually, yeah, if
No, but
228
it
five
doesn't.
zeros. No, go on.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But it
It'll
doesn't
be
matter.
like a four-way tie in matches.
Hmm.
Remember, like drops are like the third tiebreaker. Like
Yes.
matches are first. So then, like if 228 wins, there'll be four teams on two wins each in Div A.
Three
Bottom
teams,
four.
right?
No,
Oh no, you're right. You're right. You're right. Because yeah,
four.
yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Vol won one.
I was
Yeah,
just
so it'll
thinking
be.
points wise, like unless 228 gets five, they'll still be last place on points within those four tied.
No, but you're missing the next tiebreaker. Is my point.
Oh,
The
what's the
next
second tiebreaker?
tiebreaker is the second tiebreaker is how many match wins against tied opponents you have.
Hmm. Okay. I figured if they were
That's
all
what I'm.
tied, it would
That's what I'm.
just yeah, it would just go
No, no,
to
no,
drops. But I
no.
guess
But
not.
it doesn't sometimes. It
Okay.
doesn't.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's confusing.
yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, they get with a four-way tie. It gets confusing, definitely. Yeah. So it'll be KDCM have one there, two. So KDCM will have two match wins against the tight opponents. Fifth Jaguars have one. You see, fifth Jaguars will be like really bottom. Like they'll be under 228 because they'll have only one tied match win because they beat
Katie Sam, right?
one of their wins. They beat DSC, which won't be one of the tied match wins.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's my
So
point,
I
right? Like
understand.
that's
So it's more
like
complicated than
yeah,
I thought. Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. Like five JDX, I think will be last if 228 win. The other one, Vile, have they lost to DSC?
Do
They
you
beat Imposters.
was gonna say what do you expect from these teams on HPG?
Yeah, this is confusing. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just like trying to
It's
change
like
the subject because it's like too
Vile
much,
just
man. My
just Vile
brain.
just win, so it's like less
I,
complicated.
I'm kind of cooked.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. This is the
You've
third
done
cast today, so
you've done three casts. That's big, man. Yeah. Well, first drop is light drop, right? And HBG has the basement, of
yep.
course. But even though it's light, I think there's still opportunities to play the wall. Whether they do or not, I'm not sure. I'd imagine we're going to see some sort of like mix strat. So we'll maybe have one or two wall mechs from either team, like sort of side peeking type things, ER large, and then we'll have a sort of a wolf pack cruising around the middle.
My
That's what I'd
opinion
say.
is that I think if I would assume Vile will do exactly what you said, and so if I'm 228, I would consider myself the underdog. And I would go all in on either full send or like a lot of ER large.
Yeah, either full trade or full send. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
if they consider themselves the underdog, I mean, I think I consider them the underdog.
I definitely do. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but if they do consider themselves that, then it usually warrants to go extremes, right, to catch your opponent out.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So that would be a good move, definitely. If they had like, 4 mechs or even 5 mechs, all with ER large.
Yeah, I think like a like full bracket ear large is what I would honestly
Mm.
go with if I was 228. Like
Yeah. Like ER large and like small lasers
yes,
or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
machine guns and
On like
stuff. Yeah.
everything,
So
even
yeah.
like
So everything
spiders.
has ER large. So you just got all these angles to shoot and just completely shut down their trade. But then if their wolf pack pushes, you still got a bunch of smalls to repel them.
Yeah, you
Or
just
machine
rely
guns.
on them being disconnected when their lights go
Yeah.
in because they'll have to
Yeah.
like push you, being disconnected from their
I mean,
chargers.
theoretically, with if you had 6 ER large mechs, even on HPG, their lights should have a little bit of difficulty getting in because you could just burn their legs as they jumped up the wall. Even.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So I don't know. I would probably bring like Spider 5K with your large heavy machine guns, and then like
hmm.
blackjacks or something. I think DSC brought blackjacks with 3 or large, like 5 smalls on 1X, something like
Oh
that.
yeah, cool build. Yeah,
All right, they're
yeah. I'll
locked.
have to see.
I will say Team One is a little bit easier for Team One to play the wall because it wraps all the way to the other cap versus Team
Hmm.
Two. There's this gap where you if you don't have jump jets, you can't jump over to get their back cap.
Would you say this map is a good map for like 5 cap?
For 5 cap,
More. Yeah.
mm, I think it's fine. My problem with HPG is that I feel like it's it's pretty hard to dislodge the basement. Um, Generally, like trade, at least my understanding of trade usually on maps is that you're trading to kind of control theta, and you cut out a pie of the map. HPG is
Hmm.
weird because you can't really do that because the basement is it's the opposite. Like if you're a trader, you can't contest the basement at all. So
Yeah.
it's weird like that. I don't
That's
like love it or
that's
hate it.
actually part of the reason I like it.
Hmm.
Funnily enough, because it
Yeah,
creates this sort of dynamic where it's how much do you send basement, how much do you build to commit to basement, and if you do so, do you end up gimping yourself and do you lose wall completely, and then they get the side caps, and then but that also presents an opportunity to counter push out of the basement when they're disjointed and so on.
yeah, yeah. I definitely think there's like
I
a
like
lot of
that. So,
strats that can work. I'm looking
so
at
we've got
228.
who are you looking at? There
228.
you go.
They have a Fang with 3 large X pulses, a 5K with 3 large X pulses, Javelin 11F with heavy machine guns, 2 of those, and small X pulses, a Fleet 17 with a medium pulse small laser, and then a Black Knight with ER large and small lasers.
Yeah. On Vile, we've got a bunch of mechs, 4 traders on the wall, all with large X pulse. Vulcan 5M with 3 large X pulse. So that's don't be fooled by that Vulcan. It's not a Wolfpack mech. It's a trader. Very slow. And then 2 Osirises. Seleth has light machine guns, 2 rocket launcher 20s, and 2 med pulse, X pulse.
So I immediately see this, and that Black Knight with ER large stands out as the only ER large mech on the field. So uh, Vile's gonna have to do something about that because it'll just tase them for free. Right.
Yeah, it should just be able to stand out in the open almost and trade.
So
4 large with 5 small lasers. Yeah,
yeah, so it's enough to force them to make a move essentially because they're not going to be
and
able
they've
to
got
control.
basement now.
Yeah, so Vile's not going to be able to control
It
Kappa. Uh,
looks like Viola's making a move here. They're rotating up the top here. See, get closer.
yeah, it's interesting that they don't want to drop down. They're just kind of bleeding to the ER large, are they not? I mean, I guess it's far enough away and it's like only 4 ER large, but
Well, for some reason, the Black Knight was moving towards the large X pulse mix.
yeah, it's still kind of doing that. I wonder if it just wants to get into its optimal, but I wouldn't go any more forward because now it's starting to take damage. I
Yeah,
think
yeah, no, it's a mistake.
I think it's realizing it and maybe backing up even. I mean, it's winning
Yeah,
trades at that distance. That's like what 1100.
yeah, definitely. But he should. I would still go a little bit further back. I think.
I think that they're going his legs. Yeah, they are going legs, by the way, on that Black Knight. So they're probably called legs on everything.
Okay. They're,
Lerm's,
they're,
I was going to say, I can't really tell where they've been shooting Lerm. I'm pretty sure it's his legs again, though. It's at 83%.
it's all over his body, sort of everywhere. I
I
think he
think
got hit
that,
by a strike. That's why he's sort of like that.
okay, yeah. I think Vile has been losing the trades overall, but still looking pretty healthy. Yeah, Lerm is a little bit low, but I think that was because of a strike. Okay, Glass, we're kind of getting
Yeah,
lit up now.
he's damaged every component. Nothing is even like orange. It's all yellow armor. It's just everywhere.
Honestly,
Magician's legs are orange.
my biggest concern is this
Rickon's
flea.
legs opened.
Is he?
So they 228 is shooting their legs as well.
Okay, so it's legs on legs. Yeah, Cubert's
looks
legs
like
are
it, yeah.
getting messed up as well. So the Osiris is getting Theta.
Yep.
Uncontested right now. I feel like I don't know. I feel like 228 could stop that with 3 other mechs, because right now there's 3, like, it's actually 4 mechs outside of Theta, so if they bring 3 under Theta, they could probably take that fight and win it, I would think.
Yeah.
But maybe they're not able to count mechs.
It's just so interesting seeing the large X pulse trade against each other. Like you said, if 228 had gone like a bunch of, like a little bit more large even, it would have. The legs of Vile are getting pretty low. Some of their mechs.
I'm really gonna be looking for, Andy Lard and Fire Ant to clean up at the end. Like, with those HMGs on these mechs, they're gonna have open legs.
They're chasing the flea, the Osiris's.
Yeah, I think the flea should be okay.
Is he gonna get caught? I think he should, if he makes the right moves here. Oh no, Slip and Griff might cut him off.
He just needs to get to his Overwatch show. Yeah.
Fire Ant, go over and help him. Go help your mate. Oh.
Yeah, I think the flea's gonna get legged here. Just a bit of a mistake. They're not responding to it at all. I'm not sure if he's just not using his mic or whatever, but yeah, he just dies for free. So
Fire Ant just does nothing. Just sits on that ledge.
Yeah, both the javelins, I feel like they had a lot of time. Like, he could have called, like, hey, they're chasing me, I need help. They could have rotated over there and then turned that. But
yeah, that was a big loss there.
I'm gonna have to say that the javelins are kind of AFK. I'm not sure. That could be the flea not communicating, not using the mic, or the javelins just like being AFK. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it could be either way. But now Vile are very favored. Their legs are very hurt though. But the fact that they've still got 2 Osirises that are fresh.
I think that
if the traders on Vile, the legs are damaged.
I think if 228 again, this is the side difference I was talking about. If they could walk across the wall, then I think that they'd have an avenue of winning this game. Like, if they could walk to the Vile side of the wall easily, and then have the javelins jump these targets right now, specifically before the Osirises got back. But because they can't do that, I don't really see an avenue for them to win this game, to be honest.
Yeah, looking a little bit problematic at the moment. I mean, the other thing he can do is just bring jump jet mechs to be able to jump across that side of the wall, but they decided not to.
Yeah, the quick draw actually might have jump jets. I don't know.
Yeah, the quick draw could, but I mean, obviously the Dragon and Black Knight don't. But you could have picked 3 traders that can just make that jump, right?
Yeah.
That would have probably been a good move.
Honestly, at this point, I almost feel like 228's best bet is to just group everything up and push Theta and hope that you catch them off guard. Because, like, sitting up on the wall here, this doesn't do anything. Like, they don't have to peek you. They have 2 cap, right? And, like, Andy Lard is, like...
what's happening, but it's hanging out, yeah.
He's peeking underneath it, like, it doesn't... You can't do anything down there. Like, because if you go down there and you step on the cap, then they're just going to rotate and kill you. Because they know that you're down to light mech, because they killed it.
Yeah, no, they're moving now with their bigs.
Yeah. Okay, so... It should be noted that they take, like, damage dropping as well. It's probably 2% on each leg, so it's kind of relevant in this drop deck. Yeah, I think they should just send it either through Theta or like at the Magician, like one or the other. But they gotta do something. It looks kind of bad, but honestly, like, I could see this still being a win. I mean, it really depends if they can.
With the right engagement, could easily pull it. They could get a pick under Theta. Like, Vol could rotate in wrong. It could happen. Like, it's not lost. It's not a lost game yet, per se.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. Yeah, so the quick draw does have JJs.
But they can pull it back. Yeah, here they go. They got the Theta. How are Vile going to respond? The Osiris is going to drop down into the basement.
This is the Black Knight. Okay, so the Black Knight's sitting up on the ramp still, maybe trying to get an idea of how many mechs are going to go under there. Osiris is, yep, they're in the basement. They're shooting the javelins, and they outrange them quite a bit. So the javelins really need... Actually, I feel like javelins either need to run or jump the Osiris, is one or the other.
Commit now. Look, Lemgod's in. Oh, but see, they're counter pushing. Yeah. Lemgod's going to get died here, I think.
Yeah, he needs his teams to come down and help him. I mean, the 5K...
Look, the javelins again are running away.
Yeah, and Lerm is going to get caught here. He's doing the right thing, backing up.
An easy pick. Magician's an easy pick for the javelins.
Yeah, but they're trading 1 for 1. That's not good enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are going to get this... the Thunderbolt.
No, they're not trading 1 for 1. Look, the quick draws.
Yeah, the quick draw. Why did the quick draw fall? Maybe an
I don't
error.
know why any of those mix did that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
well, javelins are gonna try their hearts out, but not gonna matter.
Nice.
Yeah, I really think
Yeah, I
that
really
like,
feel like those javelins could have done a lot more this game. They didn't really do anything.
well, I think that like they should just help their flea and then go from there. Like the flea getting picked was really bad because they literally got picked for free, and like they weren't doing anything in the meantime. They were literally just sitting at 100%
And I mean,
on
the
their side
flea
of
could have dragged them all the way to Gamma as well, instead of tried to get away like that.
Yeah,
And
walk
then
right up top,
and then when he said like, the Osiris are following me to Gamma,
then
they
push.
could have used that opportunity to push.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that
Yeah,
they could have done there, but like they kind of just
yeah, yeah.
stayed where they were. It didn't really make any
Yeah,
active
having
movements.
one ER large mech instead of more was problematic too, I think.
Yeah, I mean Remorod did okay for 46. He did win his trades. It's just I mean the one damage I think stands out.
Yeah, getting picked like having losing cap control and then getting picked for free in your cap bot is just like a very difficult thing to come back from in any competitive environment,
Yeah.
regardless of the rule set.
All right. Tourmaline Desert next.
Mm-hmm.
I
Gonna get
anticipate.
heavier now.
Yeah, I think that like, and I said this opinion in the earlier cast. I don't think Team Two can push Team One realistically, if unless Team One makes huge mistakes. At least in the ISC format, because the push mechs are generally just slower. Even like the Charger is like a fast assault mech to fill in the ton. It's just not that fast. Even the 1A1 with the max engine. So the open
Yeah.
sight lines trying to push T1, it's like you just get legs and you should never win that. So I expect that I expect that 228 won't try to push, or like I hope they won't. If I were them again, I would just stack ER large because I think that if you're Vile, again, I think that their mindset is going to be like, okay, let's make sure that we have safety against aggression. So
Yeah, you can't be just caught out and pushed because you didn't bring enough DPS, even if you've got the favorable side for
yeah.
receiving a push. Yeah.
So I should say like yeah, they shouldn't lose the push if they bring like a solid deck that can beat a push and they play the sidelines properly. Then it should be an auto
Mm.
win. But like I think 2-2 should use that to their advantage and again just stack more trade and try to win that way.
Mm.
Because this map's it's at least trying to push team one is kind of suicidal. I think when they play team one, then there's a lot more avenue for pushing. And we
Yeah,
actually saw
team
that
one, team
earlier.
two.
KDCM pushed DSC, and that was their one drop win in that
That
match.
was their drop win. Yeah. There's Jay Z.
There he is.
So he's one of their 228's better players. So that'll definitely make them stronger for the subsequent drops now. Having him on there.
Yeah, I'd really like to see like Jay Z and Lermgon both in Stalker 5Ss, and then maybe like one of their give like one of their other traders like an Annie 1P with the large, and then run like a fast 3-man Wolfpack.
Mm.
Um, probably like
Yeah,
skirmishy Wolfpack as well.
yeah. I mean, Stalkers are the obvious pick for this sort of map.
Yeah. Well, their weakness is that like traditionally they just don't have a lot of sustained DPS, so against aggression. So I wouldn't be surprised if like Vile doesn't bring too many of them, and they opt
Mm.
for more, things like Corsairs that have the Goths as well, that really cranks up the
Yeah,
sustained DPS.
yeah. So you have that heat-free DPS. You can just keep shooting.
Yeah, and in that matchup, if it's played correctly by the Stalkers should absolutely thrash the Corsairs. So I definitely
Yeah,
think like Learn
definitely.
God and Jay Z can outtrade even the best players on Vile's side. Um, if they have Stalkers against Corsairs, so that's kind of why I was suggesting that.
Yeah, yeah. I understand.
I
You
forgot
said
to
you
time.
said push can't. You said push doesn't work very well from team 2 to team 1.
Yeah, in my
Have you
opinion.
ever tried? Have you ever tried doing like a sort of a push but with Lerm support?
Um, I think I looked at it, and believe it or not, I still don't think it's viable because the distance that
Yeah,
you
I
have
was
to
going to say
be for the
it's the,
lerms,
the Lerms are still
not
out
enough
of
range.
range, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
like if they were two
funnily enough.
thousand, yeah, like maybe there's some
Yeah,
giga
yeah.
quirk to learn about. I don't know, but yeah,
No, I don't think for range. There are some for like velocity, like the Warhammer, for example, but there's not like many giga range quirk LRMX. And plus, if they are, then they don't even have the sensors to lock to shoot them
yeah, you
anyway.
you need to have like a
You
narc
man,
thing. It's like
yeah, yeah, and then you have to get close with the narker and everything. Yeah.
it's like then you're down to DPS max. So like, are you even
Mm.
pushing at that point? It's yeah, not gonna work.
Yeah, yeah, it becomes too complicated.
I'm interested to see what these teams will bring as far as their like lights and mediums, whether they decide to trade or not. But we've
Well,
seen a
Val
lot of
just
different
used
teams
their
bring
two,
a
that's
lot of
their
different stuff.
Osiris, right? They've been very popular since they obviously got buffed quite heavily.
Yeah, I think an Osiris on this map would be a terrible, terrible mistake. The weakness of that mech being its bigger legs, and like you
Yeah,
go legs on light on
very easy
this
to hit
map
legs. Yeah,
because it's so
yeah,
open.
definitely.
So yeah, I wouldn't do
Yeah, it's
that.
so huge that once you leg a mech, it's almost effectively dead.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Spider would be a better choice, much smaller legs.
Mm.
But honestly, if I were them, I would bring like again skirmishy lights and mediums and try to abuse the fact that Vile's most likely not going to push. But then again, like Vile did adapt, I think in the last couple matches they were in, and they were more aggressive. So their team won. They could push, and that would definitely. I don't know it's
I
risky.
mean,
I don't
like,
expect
as we
Vile
were
to do that,
saying,
but yeah,
they just have to win the match, right? So they can just do now that they're one match up, they can just do two pushes back to back. You're very likely to win at least one of those,
yeah, I would say so.
and then you've got two drop wins, and you just got one more, even if you lose one of the pushes.
Yeah, so Vile could maybe push.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, what do you think the likelihood if Vile just decides to do four pushes in a row now that they won't win two of them?
um,
Like, it's pretty
I
low, right?
honestly I think that if I get even like I know I don't favor 228, but like especially with Jay Z on there now, I don't think Vile can. I just don't think you can push Team One in ISC. There's just I've looked at the max. I just don't think it's viable. If they
Mm.
unless they max greed and truly just don't have any sustained ABS at all. So I think that the rest of the drops like Bog and like this drop right now that they'd be very favored to win actually. Um,
Mm.
push is really really strong. So probably three of the four I think they would win.
And exactly, they only need two.
Now, what you could do is you could do like an ER large push where you bring like two Zeuses with ER large in combination
Yeah.
with like fast Wolfpack DPS. That could work, but that's not really like the same. I guess that's a push. It's just not a brawl push in the way I was thinking.
Yeah, no, I understand that you're saying brawl push, yeah, but you can definitely do other pushes. Like, well, I mean, one of the most favored pushes at the moment is the large X pulse push, right?
Yeah, I think again
You have
not enough
so much
range, but
range. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, maybe you could find a way in somehow, but it'd be tough.
just waiting for 228 to finish locking.
Think like ER medium javelin. Uh, imposters brought that, and I think that that could be good on this map again. Like if the opponent isn't pushing, but even if they are pushing, there is ways to like get early shots, and if you can get enough early shots on legs before they get on your teammates in something like a javelin, then it does make up for its lack of sustained DPS, right? If you're
Mm.
harassing them as they move across the map.
Yeah, if you just keep chipping away at them.
Yeah. I think the large X Pulse like light machine gun spider is kind of the king of that right now. Where if they can't deal with you and you're just able to like DPS down a push from a flank, you can like leg something before it even gets to the fight pretty fast.
Yeah, and you just shooting the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's got like the DPS can be effective, but you've got to really be like on top of it.
Yeah.
Just shooting all the time.
Tough to use, no doubt.
Yeah.
I definitely think large X-Pulse are one of those weapons that like they're easy to use if you're just full sending and going lengths, and on bigger mechs because your goal is clear. But if you put them on like smaller mechs, like even medium X-Pulse, it becomes much more
Yeah.
difficult to use them because staring in like a lighter medium is much harder to do. Like generally, that's not a good idea. So okay, they're locked. I want to point out it's 370 versus 365 tonnage. So one team's dropping 5 and the other team's dropping 10. Normally, I wouldn't say much about 5, but I think 10 is where it starts to get like noticeable. Like usually, I feel like especially on a map like this, you'd be able to use that 10 tons somewhere if you're trading. So making me think that maybe 228 is going to try to push here. And if they do, I'm really curious as to how they try to execute that.
Here we go, loading in.
Yep. Charger 3Ks from Bot. What does it have on? Is this a push or is this like a binary 3Ks? Because I think that's the
The
HSL one.
binaries?
Yeah.
The binary one.
Large
Yeah.
X-Ball, so it's a
Large
push.
X-Pulse.
Vial's pushing. Okay. Yeah, this and it makes sense that they do it on this side.
Yeah, they're all large X-Pulse, and then Osiris again.
Grasshopper's medium X-Pulse, by the way. That's interesting. I feel like that's could be tough to get in range. On the other side, it's also X-Pulse though. So it's a push against the push. Yeah, they're all literally both teams are pretty much all X-Pulse. I think it's gonna be a matter of angles more than anything. Like honestly. The 5V I don't like at all. It's one large X-Pulse spider and a push. Like I feel like you'd bring the 5K and have light machine guns as well and get like an extra 3 DPS, right? I don't really understand this. Usually the 5V you're bringing for cap because it has that cap pixel. So
Yeah. I wonder if they'll see the charges and go CTs on them.
yeah, the Fire Ant is like just looking up at CSJ. He hasn't seen anything, but he's not trying to scout the rest of the map. This isn't what you want to see from your light mech. Like he's not even looking at what's capping Theta, for example. He's giving them no information right now. It's very concerning for me because they really need to know they're up against the push.
He doesn't know. No, he doesn't know at all.
Yeah, but like they should know. Like, okay, I'm not getting shot. I'm not seeing anything. Something's up.
Yeah.
Right?
There you go. Slipping Griff just got a lot of
Took a decent amount of damage on the legs.
but he scouted them.
Yeah, he took a decent amount of damage on his legs though. Like his left leg's almost open.
They lased him pretty good.
Yeah, now I think 228 doesn't realize that they're up against the push though, because the movement they're making is
no, but
like
look, Vile are backing off.
Yeah, because Vile have recognized, oh, they're pushing us. So I think Vile's gonna back off and play it like a receive large X pulse. And if 228 decides to push that, they're gonna get decimated. So they really need to figure out that they're up against large X pulse. And honestly, they should know because nothing's shooting them. Like they're sitting on Theta with their spider.
Yeah, no, the spider decapped it and got out without much damage. So that was well done.
Hey, I guess the 5V coming in handy after all, getting that cap.
Yeah, it worked there.
I guess it was all planned.
Imagine after you say that, he just wins on caps.
Yeah, that would be pretty great. Okay, one P is gonna contest him now, and because he's a 5V, he can't fight back, so he has to just run. Yeah, they are gonna push. I will say that Grasshopper is the one thing that's like, how is that gonna get in the fight? Actually, yeah, Rick Rom. I'm gonna be honest. I think Rick Rom's out of position. He needs to be like up on stage, and even though like he'd be the first target, it's the only way he's gonna get his guns.
Yeah, but like sitting in the pocket, yeah.
Yeah, because like, how is he ever gonna get his guns in play? They're literally just down a mech if he stays back there. But then again, 228, yeah, like they're not. They pushed into a firing line. They didn't do it all at once. Like this is what I was talking about. I was worried about.
Chimera is pretty hurt though. He's rotating out. He's open CT.
Yeah. But
The Chargers
Self,
should be at a disadvantage because the CTs are massive on these things.
yeah, Self has walked past the rest of 228 to go kill this Jay-Z and the Orion. Jay-Z's just ignoring him, trying to help his team focus these targets. Does go down. Red's gonna be
Yeah.
next. Just very discombobulated push, and again, like they shouldn't
Yeah.
have made that
Look,
push to
look,
begin with.
the Spider's coming in now,
Yeah,
but with one large X pulse.
it's not gonna
So
do
it's
anything.
yeah.
Like it's just 228 had more range because they had more large X pulse and they had a large X pulse spider, and then they like pushed in one at a time. It's just they really should have recognized like, hey, they're not shooting us with the air large at all on Theta, or like when our spider scouting.
Literally just traded
chill.
them.
Yeah, exactly. Just chilled and
Yeah.
played trade game.
And like charges, those charges are great with 4 large X pulse, a lot of DPS, but they've got very large CTs.
Yeah.
So
if Iron actually gets the
at the
kill.
same time. Yeah.
I want to point out though that it was good play from Vile because they hid their mechs from the scout, like their push.
Yeah.
Scouted the enemy's push and then went back to receive. Like pretty much textbook of how you would handle that situation, and trap the enemy into make it like bait them into making a really really bad decision. So well played the Vile there, no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I would have at that point. I would have got like the spider to go back cap.
Yeah, no, I definitely think yeah, 100%. Because like, if the spider is like playing a cap, then the Osiris is actually like the 5e does deal a lot of damage, quote unquote, to like light legs. Like a spider 5e, if it has to be pushed through the open by an Osiris, I feel like it might actually be able to win that fight even, and like play the caps and harass.
Yeah, but I mean, like with the positioning they got there, and like you said, Wild set up really nice line to receive. The spider could have just gone and got Gamma, and T2A could have chilled a bit, like at deal 5. They didn't have to push there.
Yeah, definitely not. It was a huge mistake.
They could have started to put some pressure on, and they could have identified that they had that even though both teams brought large X pulse, like sort of trading style, it could have still been like, oh, we've actually got more.
Yeah. And I think like the 5e especially, like it's just not a mech that you want to push with. So like if you brought that mech, I would think you'd be more prepared to just chill and try to play caps. Why else would you bring it?
Yeah.
Like if they had like an HMG javelin, then that would make more sense. Where it's like, okay, we're gonna rely on our javelin getting the rear, and maybe we're gonna try to catch them off guard. Even then, I still think it'd be a bad idea, but like it would make more sense. But with the 5e, I just don't understand it at all.
Yeah, well, like I said, in that situation, you send it to go get Gamma, then it runs back, and you send it to go get Sigma.
Yeah.
Then it runs back, and then you got 2 caps, and you can still be holding and not having to move anywhere into their firing line. Make them counter push you instead. Like
Yeah.
options like that available.
Okay, so now this will be a little bit more interesting. I hope. So far, both these teams have only brought large X Pulse pretty much in the last few drops.
It's just large X Pulse.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. It's very very interesting because it's very different from what the other teams brought so far.
What were the other teams bringing?
ER large. So I wonder like
it's ER large, right? Like yeah.
I'm wondering if like both these teams are bringing large X Pulse to try to counter what they think the other team will bring, or if they actually just think it's like a good strategy. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's a good strategy. I think that like from Team 1, it was a little bit more viable. I still don't think it's like great, especially with a Grasshopper with medium X Pulse. I don't understand that pick at all. But if they bring large X Pulse again, I'm going to be a little bit surprised. And I guess kind of confused as like, okay, what teams are they scrimming where this is working out versus like the other teams in the division scrimming where the ER large is working out, right? Because I feel like if they're like scrimming each other, then like only one of those strats should be consistent and like work. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm explaining myself well. I'm a little bit cooked. This is third cast today, so sorry about that. My ramblings to the people watching.
I wonder. I'm wondering if they're going to continue to bring large X Pulse just every drop.
I hope not. It's not very entertaining to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
A little bit of variance is always nice, regardless.
The funny thing is, I think that drop could have been very entertaining to watch because I think it could have played very differently, in slow,
Yeah,
differently from
yeah,
what
that's
you'd
what I was
expect
hoping.
from two large X pulse
Yeah,
decks. But yeah,
because I mean, yeah, 2 to 8 got them sort of stuck in the corner there for a little bit, and then well, you don't have to push them anymore.
yeah.
Go start messing around doing other things. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, okay, I'm back.
Team one's just locked. Violas tend to use a lot of their time, so probably gonna be sitting here for a couple more minutes before the next one. What mechs have been used? They just used all their chargers, right? On file.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Osiris is all gone. Charge is gone.
I thought there was a chance File would push when they were Team One. Now I would be exceptionally surprised if they push from Team Two. I'm ready to be surprised because right now the trend is that large X pulses here, so maybe they both teams just bring him again. But I do expect Vile to bring
Like I
some ER
said,
large now. Like
like I
I'm
said, man, if you
confident.
just if you one win up and you only need 3 to win, and you got 4 to go, if you push all 4,
Yeah,
and no matter what, just keep pushing. Like
quick and easy. Yeah, maybe they'll do it.
you're probably gonna end up winning
I
too.
mean, what mech do you think they'll bring to do that though? They have no chargers now, so
Maybe the Orions like 2 to 8 just brought.
you think so? I'd be very
No, but
brave.
they could.
Yeah, I'm like thinking of like mechs. Like, what could you possibly do this with? Like, no chargers. How are we gonna push these ER large mechs that are sitting on CSJ and like the backspire?
Maybe just bring like your own stalkers and just do a slow push, like you said, or Zeus.
Yeah. Like
ER
I'm
large.
not. I wouldn't be surprised if they push, but I think that they're gonna bring air large. So the only other thing I can think of is like that awesome with the insane range for the large X pulses,
Mm.
or maybe like come around from the side of nest, or sorry, not nest, of what is it called? My brain is completely fried. Um, Stage, where you come around like the side to the right of stage and you like loop around. Maybe it'd be close enough for the awesome.
Yeah,
So basically, where 228 went that game, like if they had awesomes there, probably would be able to win out just off of the range. So maybe Vile will do that. It's the only thing I can think of though, because without chargers, I don't see any other like fast large X pulse boat available.
almost ready. Getting there.
Yeah, 228 haven't used the chargers. Maybe 228 will like mimic the Vile deck in the last one and push.
Repeat it. They haven't used their Osiris either.
Hmm. Again, I probably wouldn't bring an Osiris on this map, but
Mm.
what do I know, anyways? I think they're down to 1 minute, so go ahead. Never mind.
There they are. There we go.
Making use of all the time. Get the prep.
Yeah, good on them.
All right, I gotta fly. Gonna go fly over and see because there's no way they bring full large X pulses again, right? Yeah, I can't
Famous
wait.
last
The
words.
anticipation. What is it in this ship? Okay, I see your large. Thank God. I'm not completely out of touch here. Yeah, so they decided team two you can't push, and they brought your large. So it's a
Hey,
mix though.
Lamb God's got a Zeus.
Ooh, nice.
Jay Z's got a Stalker. Ramrod's got a Stalker. Zelk has a Crusader 6T.
Okay, so both teams opting to trade. It sounds like, at least to some
Looks
extent.
like it, yeah. Yeah. Osiris and a Spider.
All right, you got it.
5V again. Probably the same one.
Mm. Honestly, I just don't think the 5e is good on this map because like most of the things you can harass are gonna be able to shoot you back, and you're not gonna win trades against it. Like I don't know. I think like I'd probably bring the 5K with the late
I think it'd
machines.
be a lot better if it was 5 cap.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. I meant
6
it
ER
like
large Zeus. 4 heavy machine gun, 2 medium X pulse Osiris. The same large X pulse Spider.
oh man, this high roller such a good build. 3 large X pulse, 3 light machine guns. Very good at stopping a push. So yeah, Vile has done that mix I was talking about earlier, where they brought enough to stop a push while bringing ER large. Um,
Yeah.
I actually
The
also have a
Crusader has
5e.
2 RPBCs, so they've got 3 ER large assault boats and a PPC Pop Tart
Actually,
on
only two,
228.
right? It's just the Corsair and the on 228. Got it. So
Yeah.
Vile only has two ER large traders. Self actually, he's the 5B and he's sitting on Theta. Slips the DPS and he's DPSing. So both 5Bs got kind of getting beat up there by the Osiris and the Javelin respectively. So they did bring that Osiris you were talking about. They hadn't used it all, but it's a heavy machine gun,
Yeah.
2 medium X pulse Osiris 1P. It's not like the build we've normally been seeing. It's an interesting
Yeah.
one. I guess opt saying that like the SRMs are kind of jank to use because they have the velocity compared to the hit scan and just completely taking them off and
They got
bringing them
very
the
similar drop
pulses.
decks, really, these two, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Um, I'm gonna be honest. I am very concerned for the Zeus because I think both a Corsair and in Annihilator should be able to win trades against it pretty handily. Um, but they have the trader's advantage, and the stalkers should do pretty well. So those teams still eyeing up Theta. I think Stealth wants to step on it with that
The
5e.
Corsair has 4 large, 2 Gorse, so I'm presuming it's not got a huge TC, but it still could technically.
So Alarm God taking some shots at the Annie. JC and the Stalker.
The other thing is the
about
Lerm God severely outranges that any.
Yeah, on raw damage, but obviously if the Annie's only hitting his side torso and he's spreading between the torsos, then it's gonna be Annie favored still. But yeah, raw damage, it will eventually tear the Annihilator down if they're both spreading. But you can see on the percentages that I'll maybe actually pull the percentages up. Sorry about that. The Annie is already down to 90.
Getting the Annie as well now, so
yeah, Annie's definitely getting out traded. It really should just chill, because if you recognize they have a trader advantage, like you don't want to be peeking into multiple of them at once. At least make sure you're only shooting, like, can get shot by one.
I have a feeling this is the caps that are going to be very important on this map.
Yeah, it could be. I think that Self is still looking for opportunity to step. This Bushwhacker, while it's amazing as a push, as I said, it's gonna struggle a bit to find use here because there's nothing really to DPS. It's really gonna look to punish lights making movements. Honestly, if I was this Bushwhacker, I wouldn't even be at Theta. I would probably be playing at Sigma side and waiting for a light to like go for the cap and then tase it as it's running across. And then let your team know, like, hey, maybe like go for Gamma with the 5e, and then swing back on Theta after they send their lights to, decap Gamma.
I think where are you saying you would go exactly with Bushwhacker?
Oh, to the left. Sigma I think I'd go to Sigma. Yeah.
I think I'd do the opposite. I think I'd zone out Gamma and then send the Spider right now, so you have both side caps.
But I don't think honestly, I don't think you need to. I mean, you can try to hold both side caps, I guess. Personally, I think that's
not so much that you need to hold. It's not so much that you need to hold them, but if you get them early on, it puts the pressure on the other team, to react.
Yeah, I'm thinking the 5e
in the wrong way. Like if they run into the Bushwhacker while they're trying to recapture Gamma, for example, like well suddenly.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying makes sense. It's kind of like a trap. I'm just thinking the Cells can run over there and get it for free though. Like, I feel like they're not in position to guard it. If he just disappears off the map, runs over there and steps on the cap, like they're not going to get there in time, and then he can come back to Theta when they go off the cap. That is what I would think, but.
Yeah, but that's risky because while he could do that, he could also just get caught in the process of it.
Well, they see the Osiris on Theta, so what's going to catch him? The other 5e?
Let's see. Yeah.
I mean, just take the 1v1 and win it, I guess. Skill issue if you can't. No, but in all seriousness, I don't really know.
Yeah, Chimera's got a good spot here now. He's crawled up on this thing, so he's got the Gorse as well. So Lermgod should not be taking those trades.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know. I just feel like the lights on both teams are kind of I don't want to say AFK, but yeah, okay, yeah.
Look at that little spot. Look at that little spot he's got down there.
Fire and squeaked it. I just feel like the 5Es.
Well, look, JZ moved up, so they had like multiple lines going on Theta to stop the lights from preventing.
Yeah,
they're getting quite a lot. Look at they're doing the cap now to Gamma, as you said.
Yes.
Yeah, but they've gone with the Javelin rather than the other one.
I guess because the 5e wants the opportunity to step on Theta, and it'll put that cap excel to good work, while they're not valuing that for Gamma because they know it's empty. Kind of makes sense.
Yeah. 12 legs are orange armor, so still not too bad. A little bit of damage, but not too bad.
Yeah, I feel like Andy on this 5e is just like, it just kind of has bled.
Well, the Osiris is getting a bit of hit. Is it alright?
It's okay.
So they're sending both their lights now to Gamma.
Okay, they're going to try to catch this Javelin then.
Yeah.
I think this could work.
Already, Selef is already reacting.
Yeah.
He knows.
Self coming over here.
Rickrom's there, but he's sort of just chilling.
I just feel like when you have this trait superiority like that,
look, Hubert's going to have a go for Theta with the bushy.
Oh, is he?
He's probably going to get it now too.
Yeah. Lerm's trying to get an angle on him. Actually, I feel like Lerm might be able to contest this. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he is, yeah.
And so Rickrom is coming back. But yeah, it's going to be a 2v2 on Gamma, I think.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to take it or not.
The question is, does Vile take this 2v2 or do they try to play it safer? I'm actually curious.
Yeah.
Well, 228 just leaving Gamma. I don't know, if I was 228, you have Theta like this as well. I think I would keep the 5e to harass Gamma and stay in its Overwatch. Maybe move the Zeus to like the stage. Or just like a stalker or something on the stage side so it can connect to the spider if they try to jump it. But then send the Osiris to go get Sigma. Because they really don't have any Overwatch on Sigma at all on Vile side. And you have more traders, so
Torso's open. Jay-Z's walking across the open getting just lazed. Like he's in a stalker, so it's sort of going everywhere. But Jay-Z looks like he's doing exactly what you're talking about. He's going to try and take over stage so they can have better control of Gamma, as well as keeping Theta, by the look of it.
yeah. I think that like 228 seems content to sit on 2 cap, but in this type of situation, I would never be content. It's like, why not try to get that other cap at Sigma? Because it's been open for a very long time, and now they're losing Theta, and now they're going to be the one that's 2 capped. Compared to if they had Sigma, it wouldn't be a problem. You know, they have a lot more time.
Yeah, and they've got a good cap on Theta there.
And to be honest, now that Vile has that much of a cap on Theta, I don't think that 228 is ever going to get that back with the Bushwhacker and the Crusader guarding it.
Yeah.
So their plan has to be to swing to Sigma now.
But again, moved up in the Corsair to see if he can get an angle on this Stalker in the corner. If the Stalker is going to peek, he's going to shoot. Yeah. Chimera got a free trade on him.
Yeah, so now Vile does have good control of like Sigma if they want to, because they can easily pivot.
Look, we got this big flank with the Osiris and Spider now. Yeah. Will Slipping Griff see them? He's looking that way.
Yeah, he definitely saw them. There's no way he didn't.
Yeah, he saw them. Yeah, look, they're reacting. Look,
yeah,
they got spotted. This could be GG if they get caught. They got to realize that they've spotted and run away.
And to be honest,
they have to.
Isn't it kind of like? I mean, I don't want to call it early, but like, what's the plan from 228 at this point? Like, just seeing that alone is, even if they don't get caught, isn't it? Like, they're kind of out of moves, in my opinion.
I mean, they need to just get more aggressive and win the trades, I think.
Yeah, like, it's probably the only avenue to get out, but like they've lost the trades.
Both side torsos. Yeah. Open CT now.
Yeah, so the other Ramrod is basically dead, and he's one-shot CT. So they've lost the trades 3 versus 2, essentially, yeah. So, and
because he kept peeking into Chimera, that's what happened.
Yeah, so they just got outskilled in that 3 versus 2. And like I was saying, that Zeus, like I was scared about its side torso, like even against the Annie. Even though it has a range advantage, it's like you're gonna be spreading on a tanky target compared to it's like just pinpointing your side torso.
Yeah. Yeah, his left torso is open, so it's only a matter of time now.
Yeah, so Jay-Z is trying to make something happen. The lights again are trying, but it got scouted again. I think at some point Slip and Self might just jump them, and they can bail to their teammates while 228's lights can't. They don't have anywhere to go if a fight happens back here. They're just completely stuck back there, right? So,
and it looks like they're going. What are they doing? Are they trying to gank the Annie? Is that what they're going for?
Maybe, yeah, to try to open Theta up. But the Annie's even dropped like the. Vile is called like, hey, let's just move up to make sure that if somehow they do get a cap, that we're like fine and can just go kill them. So,
yeah.
Lauren's gonna take this opportunity to step on Theta with the Zeus. Funny enough, I think Chimera's and Rick Rum are probably gonna peek them. Oh, Cubert's coming as well.
Yeah,
but Jay-Z coming with a good crossfire at the very least.
Yeah, they got a good little position there.
Kind of owning Chimera right now. Chimera is responding now though. CT open.
Yeah.
But Jay-Z is gonna get caught and killed in about 5 seconds, I would guess. Well, no, they're actually gonna kill Lerm first. That makes sense. He's on the cap.
He's on the cap, yeah. They're disjointed. Look, their lights are still not doing anything. Look how far away the is the spider legged? He's legged. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So Lerm went down. I think this is gonna be Dominoes here.
No. Yeah. This is. Yeah.
Maybe they get the Bushwhacker.
Leg is open. They're gonna get it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they got him.
I mean, that Stalker is able to fire this entire time. The one-shot Stalker on CSJ. So.
Yeah, he did well. He's been open, but he's shooting Rick Rum in the back now.
Yeah, staying alive despite being on one touch and trying to help, but yeah, it's just not enough.
He almost got Rick Rum, yeah. And the Selith is almost dead. Not quite.
5E goes down.
The Javelin's legs are both open as well. Yeah, so it was closer, even though it's a. At least that was much closer than previous matches.
I think that was winnable if they were more active with taking caps and less active with their traders.
Yeah, they didn't need to trade that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't achieving much.
Like at some point you have to recognize like, hey, I'm losing the trades. I need to stop.
Yeah, Chimera farmed them all.
Yeah, you can see
5
that
kills,
Zeus
895 damage. Yeah,
just not able to get a lot of damage in. The Annie over double its damage.
339 with the Zeus. Yeah, it's very very low amount. The
And
Stalkers did well though, at least 600 each.
yeah, you're comparing like that to the Annie, which again doesn't have any range quirks or anything, so it's just the
Yeah,
matter
I
of
mean,
tankiness.
Rick Rom did 445 in the Crusader, whereas the 228 Crusader did 156.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that as well. I think a lot of that was at the end though, just like kind of farming the assaults right in their face.
Mm.
But yeah. Okay, so that is a match win for Vile. So that I believe that just means they get second place, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, because DSC, Vile, DSC gets first, and then Vile and Imposters have the same amount of match wins, but the head-to-head, Vile beat Imposters, so should be second place for them.
Yeah, so it should. I think it's all sorted now, Div A. So it's DSC, Vile, Imposters, 5JDX, KDCM, 228. Yep.
Yes, I think you're right.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, easily enough to work out. It's all based on whoever the one in the even number of match wins. It just comes down to who won that matchup.
Yeah.
Between those two, yeah. Well, now Vile can take some fun stuff like full rack deck or something.
Yeah, I hope they do.
Mega DPS.
They might just have decks that want to assert dominance and make it a clean win. But if I'm gonna be honest, I expect Vile to just full send with like victors or some shit on this map, and like not leave it up to if they were playing it seriously. Like I don't think they would bring like mid range trade because it allows it to be sloppy if the enemy pushes you. And I noticed that Vile over the course of this tournament, like they started out wanting to lean more into trade and trying to bring like mechs to shore up a DPS weakness, and then as time went on, they started bringing more and more push themselves, kind of leaning into the meta. It's far easier to play, and it's I think your deck in general is just stronger if you commit to one thing rather than like trying to play control and like shore up the weaknesses against push. Because then if you run against a control deck, you're not favored, and that's what happened against DSC and why they lost, in my opinion. At least on the caustic drop they lost way back at the beginning. So like I guess what I'm saying is I expect them to just full send with like catapults.
Yeah, neither teams use their catapults. Could be a good time to do it.
Yeah.
Hopefully the teams get ready nice and quick.
You're hoping for a miracle there.
Nope. Look, 228 all
2-8 might, but I think we're gonna
Red
be
Baron, no.
waiting at least 5 minutes after
Don't
2
drink,
days.
yeah.
Ready so.
Nah, surely not now that they've won. Come on, man, just go green.
I know, right?
I'd be green already if I was them. Like, let's do this.
Yeah. I'd love to see some racks though, actually.
Oh, rack attack.
I think that this map, probably more than any other map in the entire like map pool, is the most viable for racks.
Yeah, but that's why. That's part of the reason I mentioned it.
Yeah.
Because it could actually it could be a thing that not just a massive meme, but it could work.
No, Stem used them and beat 5J. I think it was like a year ago. with the rack Annie. Like he somehow snuck up on them. I mean, obviously it was a scouting fail, but yeah, if you can
It
wide
was like a
swing,
massive scouting fail.
if you can wide swing with a rack Annie without them realizing where you're at, it's gonna
My
be
God.
pretty good. But yeah, obviously a little bit
Yeah.
hard to make that happen. Maybe
Uh-huh.
rely on the opponent making some mistakes, but yeah. I like to think they're just watching like the stream.
Yeah,
Like they watch
could
the
be
they watch
looking
the
into it
match
now.
and then like after it catches up to the lobby, then they lock and say ready.
Uh,
Just to torture us casters. I shouldn't complain though. Of course, every team is more has every right to use all their time, and they should
oh yeah,
if they have
definitely.
the desire. We're just
Yeah.
memeing around to anybody watching. Definitely don't want to pressure these teams to ready up before their
Yeah,
5 minutes.
they're 5 minutes. They should use it if they think that it's beneficial to them to
Yep,
use it. They should do it.
100%.
Definitely.
They are locked. We're sending.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back to we're back to our favorite weapon on 228 side.
Uh,
Every single one of their mechs has large X pulse.
I can send it.
On the other side, oh, okay, it's not a push. I really thought Vile would push on Bog, but
Oh,
nope,
yeah, look at
they.
that. They've all, literally, you weren't kidding. Hey,
Yeah, I
there's
was
only
like,
one non-large X pulse, and it's 3 small A's on the quick draw 5K.
so Vile taking a mix of like large X pulses, but also two mads. One of them a Gauss PPC for their one trader, and then a laser bomb mid range one. So yeah, it's obviously. I don't know. I feel like where Chimera sets up is gonna dictate where the fight takes place, basically. I'm interested to see, like, since he spawned the left side, I wonder if he'll jump up here. It's a nice spot for the 4L, in my opinion. Good distance, good sightlines, completely controls the theta cap.
228 have no lights.
Oh, he's absolutely going there. You don't go down here unless that's your plan. So, uh, 228 really needs to play cap FC, because I think if they try to push this 4L that's sitting up here, they're just going to get massacred, to be honest. I don't think it's really viable. We'll see, though.
He's going to jump up on
Yeah, two
right on top of
steps.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice little spot there.
Yeah, but like it's a nice spot, but he doesn't really have good lines on the other two caps. So 228
Yeah,
recognizes
you can just
that.
take 2 caps and sort of hold, yeah, and he won't.
Yeah,
He'll have to move.
force him to come up and then maybe swing back and then engage. Don't try to push into that because they're already taking Red Baron already getting slapped.
Yeah,
It's a 4L as well, so it's got the ECM. Red Baron gets slapped again. I think he doesn't even see where he's getting shot from, to be honest, because didn't respond at all. And they're pushing straight down there, so most likely Chimera's gonna farm a lot this game. That's my guess. Ramiro takes another hit. You can just see. I actually get hit his arm though, so not a problem. Jay-Z's YOLOing out there a bit. They do see him now at least, and they are gonna try to push him. Well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, Lermgod gets absolutely shreked. His left horse is open. That's an XL build, so he's basically one shot. Yeah, they just basically dropped in one at a time into a firing line, and now they're all completely fucked. So, see if they can manage to pull themselves out of this one, but it's gonna be really tough. You just see like
I'm
all
just spectating Chimera at the moment. He's absolutely farming them with this
yeah. Like I kind of said, like if they go down here, it's not gonna be a good time.
no, he's just messing them
Yeah,
up, man.
you just can't do this. They might get
Back
Twinkie
shots
though.
now as well.
I think they're gonna focus Twinkie. They're going torsos. They're not even going legs. So he's really tanky. I'm assuming it's a light engine at least, so he's probably gonna get halved and then try to twist. Um, obviously they're falling. I'm not sure if they're gonna get Twinkie. I honestly don't think they're going to before they all die.
Amir got the back shot on Red Baron.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get Twinkie. So it's up to you, Ram. Can you finish him? Oh, it's close. It's close. No. Oh, I forgot to pull up the percentages during that. I'm sorry. It was like enthralled. I think it was kind of obvious what was happening anyways, though. Oh,
Yeah, Chimera couldn't have got more damage out then.
Yeah, he was just firing the entire time. Right.
He was literally heat. I was spectating him. He was literally heat capped the entire time.
Yeah, just can't do that.
Bang,
like,
bang, bang. Yeah.
You need to like scout and be like, okay, well, going there isn't gonna work, so let's go somewhere else. You know, probably what I would consider like the bare minimum of scouting. Like, there's no point of like scouting if you're not gonna adapt at all. Swap some sides.
Yeah,
now.
just don't bother. Just send it faster.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If that's what's always going to happen in the end, it's just well, much else to do.
I forgot to say the minutes.
What was that? Sorry.
What do you think we're at time wise? I forgot to announce team won 5 minutes.
Oh, never paid attention to that, honestly.
Oh, I guess I'll start it now just in case.
Uh, is it? But is it actually your responsibility to do that?
No.
It's never been in the past.
You're an admin. Is it your responsibility if you're in the lobby to do that?
I don't believe I ever wrote that in the rulebook.
Gotcha. Alt tab and quickly make it just in case that was written. Delete.
The 5 minutes is one of those things, though. I mean, like if they go over 5 minutes, do you really think 228 will call them to have the drop forfeited?
No, I don't think so.
You know what I mean? It's like one of those sort of things. You could technically do it. The only time I think people would do it if it's like if the same team just keeps doing it over and over again.
yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's sort of like a hey, can you stick to the time? Yeah. Give them a warning type of thing.
I suppose in CS teams might do it when there's money on the line, but I think for like these tournaments, people are here to play. You know, they're not here for anything.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's nothing on the line. It's just you want to play and have fun for the comp. You're gonna win a little bit extra MC. How much is it? 1,000 a drop or something?
I don't know actually.
Divide it up between yourself. Can collectively buy 3 mech bays for like a team of 12 people.
So you think we'll see more of our friend, the large X-Pulse laser? From 228 on this?
Please no. Yeah. Just do anything else.
I'd like to see the Capitals come out, just mix it up a bit and try something different. Like Victor's catapults, like KDCM deck that they brought on
Mm.
Crucible. Just send it. I think that would be like more likely to succeed. Again, like you can't push like how they pushed last game, where they're going literally into the worst place that they could possibly go. But I could see it working. Or bring the racks, like you said. Maybe catch a target in the open. I do think that like large X pulses are kind of just like the easier to use hit scan racks though in a lot of ways. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
why would you bring
exactly.
racks when the large X pulse exists?
Yeah.
Stuff. It's just DACA in general. I think like it's just kind of useless. So
Yeah, large X-Pulse is certainly very strong in that role.
yeah. I think it's just well, we don't have to go into balance talks. Never mind. What's
Pardon?
not? I was gonna start talking about balance, and I realized I'm not going to do that. So,
No, no, no.
so I will sit here in silence instead.
Yes, much better. No, we don't need to talk about any balance stuff here. It's not the platform for such things.
100% agreed.
No, no, no. The yeah, I hope that 228 bring something interesting. That's my hope for this last drop.
I hope they don't bring large X pulse. That's it.
Even tech in that learn boat, even on bog.
Yeah.
Why not? Like just do something a bit different.
I forgot to start the timer again. Sorry, I'm cooked. Like I said.
Just don't bother, man.
Whatever.
Well, they're ready already. Look, T2, 5 minutes, and they're gonna be ready in like 10 seconds.
I would imagine. Yeah, they're all green. So
They're all praying like, do it, just do it.
they are locked.
I've always found ISC as that sort of funny tournament though. I don't know. It's always like a bit of a curveball in terms of whatever the meta is, and
Well, the maps change so drastically every week, right? That
not just that. I think the rule set um, is I don't know. It's interesting.
I mean, the rule set also is very different. Like the 3 cap only and IS Max definitely
Yeah,
like shakes things up. I actually don't think it shakes things. I'm going to avoid talking about balance, but I don't think it shakes things up this time as much because the nerf to clan double heat sinks that just happened. So a lot of these mechs are like just kind of meta in general, I think. But
yeah.
nope, they
No, but
brought
it makes sense. It makes sense to talk about recent balance changes affecting comp. That's different.
yeah. So it's large X pulse again from 228. They got that one catapult though. Jay Z mixing it up for us. So I did ask for a
Again, it was
catapult.
in a Stalker 5M, 5 SRM6, 3R meds, 2 binaries. 6 ER large bounty hunter from Lizzie. The same SRM from Quicksilver Stalker.
Yeah.
Chimera just in a sort of more traditional 3 binary, 3R med, 4N Stalker. And then again, Laser Bomb Crusader. So
All right.
he
So
stocks.
one thing I'll say is like this bounty hunter 2 is it has a heat problem. It doesn't have a heat quirk, it has a range quirk, and the stalkers are ground bound. So there's a chance 228 can make this work. I think that if they group up and they just full send and they go legs, especially with that catapult, they can win this drop. They're gonna be a bit disconnected because this awesome is really slow, but I do see a world in which 228 can take this. I'm ready for it.
Does the awesome have to be slow?
Yeah, it
I
does.
can't remember
Its max speed is
I
like
can't remember the
58.
engine cap.
I'm sure it's
Pretty
speed
slow.
tweaked, but yeah, you can see
I
it's.
would have liked to see more catapults, definitely.
Yeah, I agree. Capitals and Victors would have been nice, but
Oh, Learn God's in the 3 large X Pulse 1 Gorse Rifle, Victor 9K. Interesting.
yeah, so they're
Bloody large X Pulse.
doing a bit of a NASCAR. I think that if Fire Ant can kind of scout where they are, they should decide to not do this and go left instead and crash right into them because
Yeah, I mean, look at this line they've already got. They're already set up completely, just waiting for them.
yeah, you really don't want to push this as 228 again. Try to use
The
the
only
scouting.
person out of position is Rick Rom, but he'll catch up. He's in a Crusader.
Yeah, it's down here.
Stealth is just scouting them the entire way. They need to rotate back towards Stealth.
Yep, our Grom's already coming back. Fire Ant, you see this? Don't do it. Go back the other way.
You know, he just got a little bit of scout and backed off. That was
No, I
alright.
mean like his team. Let them know. No, this isn't the play, guys. This isn't the play.
Oh,
Go
yeah,
left.
definitely.
Go left.
Yeah, they're doing it. But now Lermgod's sacrificing himself again.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they're engaged. They can't really shoot legs, and they're kind of in the open, getting farmed. So not really what you want to see. Sorry, the tree's kind of in the way.
They needed to drop down and go where Selith is.
I mean, it's not too late. If no, Gladisaur is yellowing forward, so kind of too late.
Too late.
Yeah, it's
Split a fuckload of armor.
yeah, it's too late. Gladisaur is basically open CT, and not gonna be able to get out. He's also trying to he's trying to go back that way. He would have been better off going forward and trying to go through the shell. Now he's just dead for free. So yeah, that's kind of tough. I mean, they got the cap. Fire Ant's sitting on that cap. Maybe they'll try to slow it down and play caps, but probably not going to work too well against Laser Element. I think they're still going to try to send it and go legs. Probably their best bet here. Maybe Fire Ant can be a distraction. It's actually so... Fire Ant is so far away, though, that if they sent it right now, he wouldn't be able to help them at all. So
Selith has just been harassing them the entire time, too.
Yeah, what's on the 11F? It's like LMG, medium X pulse.
LMG, MX pull.
Yeah, Jay-Z rounded the corner by himself and got blasted, so Sator's open now.
Got halved, yeah. Oh, there you go. Fire Ant's getting some back shots.
Well,
He's distracted a couple of them.
Yeah. Putting that large X pulse to good use, the 2-1. He's gonna harass Lizzie maybe a bit.
Are they gonna try and send it again, or what are they gonna do? Looks like they're messing with Selith.
They don't have a lot of armor left. I think, like...
That's a strike's gonna get how many mix?
I almost feel like they're gonna slow peek this again and again, and it's just... Okay, no, Zulk's going. They're following him in. Selith's getting back shots during all this.
Yeah.
It looks like they're going torsos on these stalkers, which is just not viable at all for the drop tech.
Yeah, they might kill... They won't kill one.
No, they won't get one. Chimera staring, though. He's very confident that they can't get him, and he's right. So... Jay-Z trying, nope, goes down. Yeah.
Nope. That's all she wrote.
Yeah. Not a lot to say there. Honestly, I think their deck was favored against Vile's deck, to be honest, but you just have to like scout and take a different route and then go legs, and they didn't do any of those things, so. I have to pull up the percentages again, I'm sorry guys. But I think that again, it was not necessary. But GG's to both teams. A little bit of a stomp, but those happen. We've had a lot of really, really good matches during ISC, so it's okay to have you know, maybe not so close of a match here and there. I think we said 2-8 were the underdogs coming into this, so good on them for trying their best in Div A. I think they did get last place, but they did put up a fight, and I think did they even beat 5J? Who had a very close series against both Imposters and Vile. They went 2-3 against both those teams.
Yeah, beat them, yeah.
I think even DSC... 5J beat the winning team, and 2-8 beat the team that beat the winning team. So like,
yes, exactly.
So yeah, they did a good job as the underdogs in Div A. So good on 2-8, and well played the Vile, taking a nice clean 5-0.
Yeah, securing second place there.
Yeah,
yeah, and I must say too, as one of the officials, 2-8 did step up and said they wanted to be in Div A. So that's something to
massive respect to them
as well.
Trying to improve and challenging yourself rather than trying to sit in the lower div and take it easy.
Good for them too. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for streaming, Jerem.
Yep. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a great night, and see you guys in the next cast.